Hey viewers, welcome to another game with the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing game number 3 of the finals of IEM Katowice, and this is LGIMFirst as the Protoss in the bottom left versus MVPDream as the Terran in the top right. And yeah, this is game 3, so if you don't want to get spoiled, just go watch the other games right now. They're in the description. And otherwise, it's your own fault. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it is 1 versus 1 currently, I believe. I'm not actually 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 1 to 1. And we are going to see, well, who is going to advance to the spot where you only have to win once, because we're actually in the best of 3 now. So this game is actually a really important one for, well, who's going to win, because, well, if you win this one, then obviously you're going to be 1 game away from the finals, and the other guy has to win 2 in a row, which is, well, very hard to do when you're under pressure and when you already lost 2. So, and where you're already behind, basically. But yeah, we're going to see how that works out. And currently just the standard stuff, the barracks, the supply depot, well, supply depot into barracks, the very little bit of supply depot built. And then, yeah, here we have pylon into gateway into assimilator. So going for the assimilator first, or no, not first, but very quickly. Which normally means that he is going into a gas heavy build, so maybe some extra observers out, maybe just High Templar, something like that. Normally just not the amount of stalkers that we normally see, because for stalkers you don't need the super early gas, and well, he does only have 2 harvesters on it, so maybe he just wants a little bit for the research or something like that. We'll have to see how that works out. Anyhow, the cybernetics core comes up, and on the other side we have the morphing command center going into an orbital command, meaning that he now has some mule suit cooldown, or scans of course, but well, it's mainly for the mules. And wow, aggression here. Wow, he's going to build a bunker just to distract, and then he's going to build a bunker over here to attempt to get his marines in there, because he sees this nexus going down, and he was way later on that. So I don't know what the timing is between the 2 of them, but yeah, he's about 60 seconds behind, and he wants to make sure that, well, he just he gets an advantage out of this, because, well, if he is 60 seconds behind, it's going to be very hard to come back up. And as you can see, he's losing units here, because he is losing, yeah, this bunker is never going to come up, but he is losing the SCVs. A few of the probes died though, 4 against 2, so 2 SCVs died, but 4 probes died. And all in all, did not really pay out for him. 4 to 5 lost. The Terran player about 100 minerals behind, and that of course does not include the cancelled bunkers, which is another 50. So yeah, pretty far behind now. Well, not really like game-changing far, but yeah, still pretty far. Anyhow, a stalker is coming up, and it is going to see that there are some marines defending this, 4 marines, and that should be good enough to take care of this stalker. So yeah, the stalker is going to get out of there, because he obviously does not want to lose that. What else is coming up? Yeah, well, there is a tech lab coming up, which is going to research the stim packs, and for the rest it's just mining, man, mining. New orbital command coming up, and well, the stalker regenerated his health, or its shield, and is now, well, just scouting around again. The Nexus, yeah, it's building all kinds of probes, and here it's all building all kinds of probes, because that's exactly what you wish to do. And a lot of assimilators, 4 assimilators really early on. So yeah, I guess he is going into a really well, gas heavy build, but well, we'll have to see how that works out. So all kinds of marines and marauders, well, mainly marines, coming up. And yeah, getting the scout on that, but he has to run out. The slow, of course, not upgraded yet. He's currently, oh, sorry about that. He's currently upgrading the stim pack, and yeah, that was kind of foolish. I apparently hit the wrong key there when switching it back, and well, we have the production up now. So yeah, the Terran player is going for a little bit of a build-up in army, whereas the Protoss player seems to go for straight up tech. He is building observers just to keep an eye on things. Going robotics bay, gateways, the forge. So no units, and here we see the Marines coming up. He is going to build the medeffects later on, and well, we also see the upgrades, of course, on those Marines and Marauders. But yeah, way more unit production for the Terran player for now. That means that the Protoss player will have to, well, kind of watch out for that, because the next push is going to cost him some units. And whoa, that was just in time. All of the Marines coming up, so the push is coming in right now. He is going to group up his entire army, but it's all Marines, which is, it's not bad, but it is definitely vulnerable to AoE damage. And do we have any AoE damage? Well, Colossus coming up, but no High Templar yet, I think. Oh, this observer is going to get sniped. Watch it. Yeah, there we go. It's always the same. They always attack and then they assume there is an observer on top of their army. So they scout or they scan their army and they always find the observer. But there are multiple observers on the map. There's one here, there's one here, and one of them died. So I think 3 would be about the number that he produced. And the first Colossus coming up right now. He does have a pretty significant army. The Terran army does have, well, all Marines, but, well, more, but no medeffects yet. So the medeffects are kind of crucial if you want to go in with the stim pack, because now all of your Marines are at, well, they were at 35 health, now at 45, because of the combat shield. And of course a new observer coming in. And there you go, once again, he gets a kill on one of the units and immediately scans. So that seems to be the way to go. And it did work out. So two medeffects coming up now, and they are going to try to drop behind the base here. And is there anything to spot? Well, the Twilight Council is probably going to be the target of choice, because he doesn't want to have that charge or blink upgraded. And unless he goes for the Templar Archives. But that is interesting. That means that he's going for either High Templar or Dark Templar. But we'll have to see. It is, it's quite significant, because Dark Templar, of course, well, they require a whole different strategy than High Templar. But I think High Templar would do very nicely. So what are we going for here? We're going for this. The Twilight Council going down. And is he going to be able to do anything else? No, just losing a whole bunch of everything. And going to retreat. Oh, only 3 Marines lost, so it's not bad. He did do a little bit of harassment, but yeah, well. 3 Marines lost is not a big deal. It, yeah, it gets replenished really quickly, plus 3 Marines for a building. That's normally well worth it. And losing 1, I don't know what that was. I think a Marauder, but not actually sure. Yeah, it's really risky to go up against these sentries, especially if they're full energy, because, well, sentries at full energy can just do so much defensively. And wow, these dropping units are not done yet. Well, they are done now, because, well, they see what's here, what is defending, and they're not going to be able to go up against that. So attacking here, but the enemy is attacking back. Well, the Protoss is attacking back. We shouldn't take sides, right? I think the Protoss is going to win this one, by the way, but that is because the Protoss is attempting to yeah, to build a more high-tech army with all kinds of AoE damage units, and that is just the best thing you can do against something like, well, like the Marine Marauder strategy, because all of these AoE units they're going to damage all of these small units, which means that they're all going to take damage, and you're going to take out so much more HP on small units with them than on big units. So they are actually a very good strategy against this. And yeah, we'll have to see how it goes though. I mean, it all depends on positioning and such. And a new scout coming in just wants to see what's happening. Actually going to scout this base now. No? Okay, he's going to get healed up. One of the dropships, no sorry, the medevacs got out. The other one is still here. I don't know if it's going to do anything in this game, but yeah, it would be useful to have these 4 units at least in the, or 5 units, because the medevac is a unit as well. To have those 5 units in your army, but yeah, well, maybe he forgot about it. Maybe he's going to drop afterwards, but I don't think he can actually drop this. Yeah, it's going to get sniped by this High Templar, I think. We'll see, we'll see. Anyhow, yeah, the entire army here consisting of, yeah, either high gas units or these zealots. And of course some stalkers, because stalkers are just awesome. And I wonder if he can actually see this, because he might not actually be able to see this. And that means that he's not going to be able to snipe it. But yeah, that's the way it goes. He does have one thing on guard duty there. There's the second one. They're both on guard duty. Oh, hang on. Sorry, again with the production tab. Let's look at the units lost. It is, yeah, not really equal. Wow. The Protoss player actually losing a lot more than the Terran player. And the Terran player actually expanded to his 4th base here, where the Protoss player is still on his 3rd base. So he needs to be aggressive and get a new base, or destroy one of the bases of the Terran, or what would be even better, do both. Because if you can destroy one of your enemy's bases and you can get your own base up, you're well, you are in a great position. From kind of a very hard position to fight, you're going to be in a much better position. And yeah, getting a little bit tagged up here. Oh, especially this guy. That guy actually, oh, I can find him. There you go. 7 HP left. He's going to heal up his shields, of course, but he is going to be the scout now. Yeah, I need a volunteer. Oh my god, yeah, so much going down. Oh, all of these ghosts, oh, they all got nuked by the storm. It's not too bad, but it is definitely not good either. Oh, losing some Vikings there. I don't know if they got anything done, but this might actually be a good push. The push is on for the Terran player, but the Terran player getting surrounded from 2 sides and really losing a lot of his units. Although, well, a lot of the Protoss units also got caught by these storms with so many low health units. Are there more units coming up? Yes, there they are. New units coming in. And they are going to be able to hold off this entire slaughter. But it is going to be very hard to come. Sorry. It's going to be very hard to come back from this, because obviously this Protoss army is still just growing and growing. The Colossi do not die very easily, the Archons do not die very easily, and the rest is just cannon fodder. It doesn't matter how many Zealots you lose or how many Stalkers you lose, because those are not the main ingredients of this army. And he is going in with the Warp Prism, which may mean that he's going to go for a drop. It can also mean that he just wants to warp in some units somewhere where there is no pylon power. But normally we see a drop with this kind of a setup. Okay, the Protoss actually saying, well, if you can expand, I can do that better. So I'm going to get 2 bases for your 1 base. And that might actually work out for him, because if he can hold off this push, this yeah, this army, then yeah, he's actually going to decimate the entire army. It's not going to matter what the economies look like. He just has his army still available to him, and the enemy just 0 army left. I think there's really 0 army left. Let's see, the unit stab. Yeah, there are 7 Marines out now, and they all just came up. 1 ghost, 2 ghosts. He could have just pushed in for one of the bases. I think he's still going to do that. The observer gets sniped there. And oh, this planetary fortress is going to die. All of the SCVs are going to die with it. And yeah, there is really nothing the Terran player can do against that. He tried to come in, but the storms were just too powerful, and I don't think that he can hold this off any longer, because he just lost the base. This base is way too far out there. He's not going to be able to defend that. So once he gets scouted, he's going to lose that as well. And there might actually be a new base here. Maybe he's going to fly this one over there. I don't know. We'll have to see. The army, the Terran army, is over here, but as you can see, it's such a puny army. It's a couple of Marines, a couple of Marauders, I guess. Oh, even 1 Marauder. No, there are more. 2 Marauders. Woohoo! And then some Vikings at relatively low health. Well, 2 of them are at low health, 25 and 40 out of 125. So yeah, pretty easy to snipe those, but yeah, well. And did this base get scouted that he plants a pylon over here? Because if he gets some warp-ins, then yeah, that is obviously going to be bad. So yeah, the pylon goes down. It doesn't really matter. There's another pylon coming up over here, and he's going to warp in over here. Not yet, apparently. We have an army coming in. Oh yeah, well, I'm just going to have to go back to that. The scan comes in and the army retreats, except for a few zealots. The zealots are going to try to find a way in to the base. And the rest of the army is going to snipe this base once again. Yeah. Might as well cancel that. Oh, he didn't get the chance to cancel it. He's going to try to fly it away. That's not going to do anything. Ah, should have cancelled that, dude. That would have been 100 minerals versus 400 now. And there was really no chance for him. So the planetary fortress here going to sustain a little bit longer because of the repairs from the SCVs, but well, let's see if, yeah, it is going to stay alive. And it's, oh, it is going into the red though, but it's not going to matter because there is an SCV there, and the SCV should be able to repair it up to full health if you want it to be at full health. But here we go, the Protoss player coming into the base, and yeah, still has a number of these Colossi remaining, but the Vikings are hammering on that. The Vikings, of course, are really good against that, but yeah, the the Stalkers falling behind a little bit to snipe off the Vikings, and then blinking back up. We saw the blink research earlier. And wow, actually going into the Protoss shield level 2. That means that he has, yeah, 3 and 3 already, and of course the 1 in the shields. But yeah, the plasma shields normally not upgraded very quickly because it doesn't really result in a whole lot of good for Protoss. The armor and, well, attack upgrades are way more important. And wow, just a huge army coming in here, and with the charge and the blink, you should be able to engage this pretty quickly, pretty soon. Wow, the Dark Templar actually coming up. But it's not going to matter because he's just coming in the front door. And is this going to be the end of it all? So many Vikings, but the Vikings in the storms, they all died to the storms, and this is GG. It has to be. Come on, there's no way he's going to not GG. There it is. GG's out of this game. So it seems that our Protoss player here is going to pull ahead by 1 game, meaning that LGIMFirst may actually turn out to be the first. Wow, that was bad. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!